brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the San Francisco 49ers. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert.
He's got daylight. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. 25-yard line. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Newton on first down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. The 46-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Newton now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Newton got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Garoppolo. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. Great.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And this one brought in by Sanu. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And they will run it with Michel. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living VIP. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residence.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A play fake for Mostert, now Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And some room to maneuver. What a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And I think the ball's out, and the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
The offense retains possession.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, 49ers 6.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. On the handoff, it's Michel. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. Track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good man.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Second and 10.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he is all the way up past the 25. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Second and goal from the 1.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Play action. Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Makes the score Patriots.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make it 17-13. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Caught by Sanu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Newton. It's Kelsey on the ground. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. Great. Gun. Switch.
To the air again, Newton. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a first down throw for Newton to Michel on the screen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
To Sony Michel.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down at the 28.
That's good for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they got themselves a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there. Great. Let's go,
Out of the gun, Newton. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Kelsey.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down at 4.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
49ers.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially the 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 42-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He called it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Gain of a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Garoppolo now. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And the 49er first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They hand it off to Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Once again, it's Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton going to take a shot for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-20, 8, check, check,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
check, check, lucky, great.
2nd and 10. Newton again. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey! Mike 54, Mike 54. I'm here all day. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
A play fake to Michel. Now Newton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
4 yards.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing again is Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he's got room. And all the way down to the 35. Play there for the Niners. 45 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We'll call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown.
To Dante Pettis.
Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
19. Robbie Gould to kick.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And he's across the 40. 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Newton. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Bailey in punt formation for the Patriots.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And the 49ers first down.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it.